Well, in this morning's health alert, oh man, we're right in the thick of winter. And also, you might say with Valentine's Day coming up, the height of kissing season. And while it may sound cozy on these cold days, there are some pretty big consequences for a 10-second kiss. And here to talk about 3 infections that are spread through smooching, Doctor of Integrated Health expert Georgia Pacitas. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
I'm very excited to be here at the height of kissing season.
A 10-second kiss. That, I mean, all thumbs up if you're locking lips for that long, but that really can spread a lot of issues.
Absolutely.
Let's talk cold sores first. That's one of them, right?
Yep. Cold sores is caused by a virus called HSV-1. And HSV-1 is very contagious, and you can get it even if the person doesn't have a blister. It's usually around the lips or even the nose or even sometimes around the chin area. Okay. So it's really important to be vigilant if you see somebody with a blister or you know that they commonly get cold sores, to unfortunately not be exchanging as many smooches with them as you normally would. Avoid the lip area, anywhere that they usually get the sores.
If you get one, how do you treat it though?
That's the great thing, is that there are some over-the-counter treatment options that you can take. So I'm personally a cold sore sufferer myself, so I like to use Abio. Abio is actually created by John Paul DeJoria. He makes Paul Mitchell hair care, so I know a lot of us ladies know what that is.
It's kind of a high end.
Yes, yeah. It is. So Abio is a cold sore treatment gel. So it actually is a gel, and you just apply it on there right when you get that first tingle. And cold sore sufferers know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You get this tingly, itchy sensation.
And this is outside the lip, not inside.
Sometimes people do get it on the inside of their mouth as well. It's usually just little blisters. It's called.
Can you use this?
You can. You can put it actually inside your mouth as well too. So some people get it on the inside of their lip. You can actually apply this on the inside of your lip. And it's a gel, so it'll stick really nicely, which is great. And if you're somebody who suffers from cold sores all year round, which there are a lot of people who get multiple cold sores, you can take lysine consistently throughout the year in order to kind of decrease the chances of getting an outbreak.
Fantastic. All right, let's turn to mononucleosis, because all the jokes in high school were like, oh, they got mono, they were kissing, behind the football stadium or whatever. But that's still kind of a thing, right?
It is, absolutely. And not only high school teens and middle schoolers are getting mono, actually. You're coming home and you're exposing your parents to it because it's exchanged through saliva. It's caused by a virus called the Epstein-Barr virus. And unfortunately, there's no real treatments for it. It's really just alleviating those symptoms.
Got it.
So it's important to really make sure your immune system is boosted when you know you have mono, because you're really fatigued, you're exhausted, and it could even lead to things like enlarged spleen.
So this is kind of what you recommend for treating mono?
Yes. So I would take something like a probiotic, really help boost the immune system, something like a B12, because you're super fatigued, so this will help kind of boost your energy, and making sure that you're staying hydrated, you're drinking a lot of tea to open up your sinuses. Try to drink some, low sugar orange juice to kind of help boost your immune system.
Now here on the other end of the table, what is this going to fight for us?
So cold and flu. So the cold and flu season is still at its highest right now. We're not kind of at the end of it. So cold and flu is really being spread a lot this year. So it's important to take things like vitamin D, vitamin C, and using some antibacterial or antiviral wipes to help really clean your hands.
Very smart.
In moderation. That way you're not spreading it amongst door and handles and things like that.
Should we be wiping down our keyboards at work and the phones and all that?
Absolutely, yes. And anything else that other people that are coughing and sneezing are using, I would be wiping those down with antibacterial wipes.
And you're all for people staying home if they're sick, right?
Absolutely. Do not go to work. Do not hang out with your friends. Really stay home. I tell people that's the best thing to do, is just stay home and get some rest and just wait for it to pass.
Age-old advice, so important. Thank you, Georgia Pacitas. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
for
so
all
much.
your advice today.